if you believe that all the great stories end up at the movies, then Ed Hillary's has been a long time coming. Beyond the Edge premieres tonight. It's the story of the beekeeper who conquered the world and became an icon. It stars Chad Moffitt as Ed Hillary. He is with us along with director Leanne Pooley. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Now, see, what I can't work out, Chad, is whether you look like Ed Hillary or I only think you look like Ed Hillary because you've been in the movie playing Ed Hillary.
I don't know. Have you seen the film?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. So it must be. I don't know.
But you've got the chin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the look. You've got the look of a mountaineer.
Wow. Thank you.
Do you not think?
I can't really see myself. That's what they say, and I guess that's why I got the role.
So why did he get the role?
He got the role for a stack of reasons. I mean, he does look extraordinarily like Ed when you intercut a young Ed, because in the movie what we do is we intercut real footage with the footage we've shot, so it had to be somebody who could fall in and out in a way that the audience didn't leap about in. But Chad also, and I don't want to embarrass him, but he also sort of embodies a few things that Ed's sort of characteristics. Chad's a little bit shy, he's quite a sort of humble guy, but he's also very focused and quite driven, so it's an interesting juxtaposition of personality traits. And I wanted a certain sense of vulnerability because Ed actually as a young man was a little awkward and all those
unlike
things.
me, I think that's the one.
Chad's not awkward.
Yeah.
So you want that on the record. You're not awkward.
No, it's fine.
Did he get the part because he looked like him, or because he was a great actor?
Well, all of it.
I mean, if George Clooney had come in and said, "Look, I don't look anything like him, but I'm a good actor."
He's short. Although the financiers might have put some pressure on.
How does it finance, by the way? This is New Zealand, isn't it?
It's a New Zealand film. It's mainly the principal investor is the New Zealand Film Commission, and then there's some other parties involved. But it's a New Zealand film.
Is it a hit?
Well, we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
no,
see
but
this
is it made to be a hit?
We hope it reaches a broad audience. Yeah, we're hoping people identify with it, go along to it, and it, I'm hoping it hooks into a sense of, not desperately nostalgic, but there's a bit of nostalgia in the film.
You asked, there are two cups of water arrived. Oh, one for each of you. Thank God for that. Because I was thinking, because we've had a tremendous time with you asking for, what is it you want non-disposable? You're a person who obviously into the environment. Doesn't like to toss things away.
Yeah, I don't think there's that much point in using a disposable cup. If there's a stone, or what were the other ones you were saying?
Well, we had rock cups, and but we've produced what seems a very nice ceramic cup for you, with a slightly oriental touch.
Definitely reusable.
You enjoy.
Very approved.
You enjoy. As far as so you dabble, you work for Weta, I should explain to everybody else as well.
Yes.
When you're not acting.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm working at Weta Digital doing animation on The Hobbit.
What's more fun? Are you an animator who wants to act, or an actor who animates?
I don't know if I'm either of those things. I actually feel a bit weird calling myself an actor. I feel like I'm sort of insulting people that have really done acting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people that have studied acting. So I feel like a bit of an imposter saying that.
He was amazing, though. When people see the film, I mean, he's extraordinary.
Really?
Thank you.
Beautiful.
She's so
really
nice to
beautiful
me.
performance.
How are you up mountains? You good?
Yeah, I'm good. Especially now, it's really, really good getting a nice taste of the alpine air and Mount Cook. It's just lovely.
Was it all shot on Cook?
It was no. We had two. There are two principal shoots. We did anytime Chad was on screen. We were in New Zealand. We were shooting in the Southern Alps around Mount Cook, and then we had a crew that went to Mount Everest and conveniently summited for me. So they shot the whole way up Everest. An extraordinary guy named Mark Fetu. Amazing New Zealander. I think it was his 6th or his 7th summit.
Well, he went up to the top with a camera.
Shot the whole way.
Is that what you told him to do?
I said.
So what are we doing today? Oh, well, it involves you going to the top of that thing and you can film it.
Yeah. Well, I actually didn't even go, if I'm honest. I sent him with a book of storyboards. I need a shot over the edge of this cliff. I need a shot of that rock.
That is risky filmmaking. I've made no films, but I've been involved in a bit of television. I understand how it works, and sending somebody off with a list of instructions is a big risk.
I would have been a liability. It would have been a bigger risk to put me on Everest. Yeah.
Oh, really? Because if he comes back with not what you want, that's it. You're done, aren't you? Really?
Well, you could. Yeah, it would have been tough. But I mean, he did an extraordinary job, and it's all sort of knitted together with the footage we shot here, and also original footage from 1953. So there's this whole element of archive.
Well, how do you do that, given that you've got, as I understand, you've got two options for this film. You've got a 2D or 3D.
Yeah, but it was shot in 3D. The film's made in 3D.
Yeah, but how do you intersperse the old footage
everything was made to be 3D.
Seriously?
Frame by frame.
Is that how it works?
That's what we did.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because, so then I ask you this, is it one of those movies, because the 3D movies I've seen, they do the 3D to, I don't know, give you a bit of a thrill. You know what I'm saying? So does that distract from the story itself of Hillary because you're so, woo, I'm over the edge, it's 3D. You know what I mean?
No, I reckon, the reason, and I've not been a big fan of 3D myself, it's the first thing I've ever done in 3D, but in this particular instance, the environment is a character. The Himalaya is a character in the film, and also our 3D is pretty gentle. It's not about hurling rocks out of the screen. It's actually about trying to bring people into the environment because, let's be honest, not all of us are going to climb Mount Everest every time soon.
No, I think that's true.
So we want to give people the feeling that they're in that world, but it's pretty gentle. It's not a ride.
It's not crazy 3D. I didn't know you could have gentle or not gentle 3D.
No, you can, and it's really just about putting people into the world, not hurling the world at them.
First 3D movie I ever saw was the Hannah Montana movie. I don't. No, you're missing nothing. Don't get it on the DVD. I don't think it added. I don't think making it in 3D added much to it. To be perfectly frank, is there pressure on your shoulders given the character?
Yes, I think definitely. Everyone knows who Ed Hillary is, and I'm seeing a lot of my face around town on posters and things, and that's pretty weird.
Yeah.
How's that for you?
Your face, it doesn't really bother me.
Your face, not my face.
No, I've always had trouble with my face, but there's nothing I can do about it now. So you're struggling with this. What if this leads to something big? You don't strike me as the guy who's going to embrace bigness. You look like a guy who, you know what I mean, who stepped out of his comfort zone for a little bit to play a big role.
No, I'm okay. I'm sort of just happy taking what comes. It's slightly uncomfortable in that it's new, but it's okay. It's exciting too.
But how much is that like Ed?
It is. It's very much like him. Yes, he is.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
He was thrust into...
Yes, he was.
I'm just that good an actor. I'm stuck in character.
This is not really you. It's normally you're crazy,
right?
But you're in the part at the moment. You're working it.
Exactly.
Why Canada, by the way? Premiered, in Canada.
Well, the Toronto Film Festival is one of the biggest film festivals in the world. And, it wouldn't be so terrible to get some of New Zealand taxpayers' dollars back. And that's a way to launch the film into the international marketplace. And we've sold it to a whole stack of territories on the back of it. So it's about putting the movie into the world.
And the question, why has it taken so long? I mean, isn't this an obvious movie?
You would have thought. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, it's the 60th anniversary this year, which is sort of the incentive for us to do it now. But it did surprise me that nobody had done it.
And kind of getting the blessing of the Hillary family, I think, was probably something that stopped previous productions.
So what did you have that previous productions didn't have to get their support?
I think they liked the idea that we were going to tell the story, a very specific story of the climb. The film doesn't go into, Yeti hunting or building hospitals or the loss of Sir Ed's first wife or any of that. It's really specific. It's the story of the climb, the conquest of Mount Everest.
Is there a story on the climb? Because I would argue most people don't know that. Therefore, we know it started, we know they were successful, and the rest is history. But is there a story within the climb itself? Right.
Absolutely. One of the problems you have is the shine's sort of gone off Everest because it feels like everybody with one leg's hopped their way up. But the reality was it's a tough gig, and in 1953 it was particularly tough.
It was even tougher.
And there's all sorts of things that people don't know. Ed wasn't necessarily the first one to have a go. There's all sorts of little things, little details that you need to see the film to know.
I'm loving it. Listen, all the very best with it. Hope it goes well tonight. Leanne Pooley, who's the director, and Chad Moffitt, who stars as Sir Ed in the movie. It is 8:22.